big trouble for taking these berries and throwing them and making my mark. I'll show you a sample of what it was. See, like that. I used to get in trouble for doing that. Let's go check out the backyard. I remember when I planted that plum tree, that purple plum tree. I'm thinking I was in the 4th grade. I remember I was watering it timidly, and Miss Wiggins telling me, "Don't be afraid." I remember stripping those oak trees one night just to do it, and Mom gave me a paddling for it outside. I remember I'd stripped that oak tree into a 1. I remember climbing those pine trees. Here's the back of the house. The backyard. I remember those plum trees right there. I don't know, 4, 5, me and Dad would take me out here and we would pick the plums, and he would show me how to rub them off at the bottom of your shirt so you could eat them. You know, to clean them off and we'd eat them. I remember that. You know, when Dee Dee lived here, they planted all these extra trees. Bradford pear, a weeping willow. I hope whoever moves into this house takes care of these trees and doesn't cut one of them down. Really, I hope I move into this house one day soon. I used to call this house home. I want to return back home. I'm longing to return home. But will I, or will forever I roam? I spent many hours playing in that ditch. Of course, back then, it was bare from where I always played in it. There goes the berry bush. I used to take the berries and throw them against and stain the sides of the house. Used to make Dad so mad. Listen to all those bees buzzing like the bees. I want to see if I can touch that bumblebee. Yep, I did. The air conditioner. Man, I wish they would have left that cat house up there. But they didn't. Well, we used to call this place home. Now, it's empty. The only thing that lives here are ghosts of the past. Ghosts of the past. They cannot live in the present. They can only haunt it. To meet up with the ghost of the past, I must, in the future, with the lines of the present and past, like parallel lines, finally meet. Until then, ghosts of the past, they cannot live in the present. They can only haunt it. Ghosts of the past. They cannot live in the present. Ghosts of the past. They can only haunt it. Maybe someday in the future, the parallel paths of the past and the present will meet. Until then, ghosts of the past. Well, this is the last meal at this house. The family's gathering. It's like a funeral, except we're having a good time. Fixing to eat some hot dogs.
I know where Bin Laden is.
Where?
He's, where was he at, Jenny?
I bought it.
He's hiding at 6 churches.
Let's go get him.
He's hiding at 6 churches.
Bin Laden.
Bin Laden.
Let's go get him and kill him. I'll put this here. Please don't lose these.
Are they open? The shades.
Hey, Beth. Hey, people. The last meal. The last supper. Unless me and Jay want to move in.
Did you see the paper today? No. Okay, it was 2 people in this paper that you know very well. Okay. Chris, did you see it?
Oh, yes, I know.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, I was going to touch your head, but it's a Sunday, so.
Okay.
Ooh, chilly. Yeah, I remember when Grandpa was installing this oven. About last day living here, I woke up to the nerve grating sound of metal clashing against metal, and Grandpa in here taking the old oven out. Like, what's happening, Grandpa? He's like, you don't live here no more. You know, when Grandpa was moving the oven in that Sunday morning, that last Sunday morning I was here, aggravating metal sounds through the metal banging against metal. I looked in here, Grandpa was taking the oven out. I'm like, Grandpa, what's going on? He's like, you don't live here anymore.
I might have to get me,
No, it was just matter of fact.
because I didn't have much of a breakfast.
Okay, who's this? Chris, you too. Who's that?
Let me touch her head.
No. That's Teresa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought it was me at first.
Order on the back page.
Okay. Where? Let me touch her head.
In the picture.
Which picture?
The one on the left.
Someone we know. Very well. Jackie, what are you doing in there?
Don't tell people. Oh, my piano is fun.
Oh, you look so pretty.
I need the horrible. She said, man, that's a real shit. This person looks so much like
This house still has that feeling. That wonderful, almost spiritual feeling. Too bad it has to go. Stuck. Hot dogs smell good. Yep. I remember waking up crying and looking at the curtains on this windowsill. I remember when they were white curtains, before we had those red, white, and blue curtains. My mom said, asked Chris, you want me to open the curtains? And her opening the white curtains. Yep. There's where I saw that white bead, as I call it, that came up out of nowhere in the middle of the night. And I was in the crib, or was I? And that white sign, that white light kept pulsating with the sound of the screaming sign, and I was crying, wondering, and it felt terrible to be alive.
Where's your mama?
I think they're outside. That's Dee Dee's out there. Yeah. I'm gonna pull in the curtain here. In this closet, I used to store all my Transformers when I had them. I can smell those hot dogs all the way from the beginning of the church. Yeah, right. Come here.
Hey, D.
You're gonna get your head touched. Hey, Jay, would you like to live here one day? Oh. Well, it's head touching time. Come and get your tap. Have fun.
You making movies?
Yeah,
Having fun?
yeah.
Hey, Paul.
I touched her head.
Go take a picture of Flowerland.
Good night. What's
You
left
can't
of
run
it?
on that anymore, huh?
Nah. The Flowerland, we used to call it.
Billy.
No, it smells like strawberries out here. Damn, it's just like came back in time to visit this place. Good spiritual feelings. I was riding past this house at 1410 Farmgate Road today. The people who live there, I know the woman who lives there. They filled in the ditch. They filled in the ditch. Will I ever live there? I offered them $200,000 if I ever could make it as a rapper, and she said she'd sell it to me. Thanks a lot, God, for not loving me enough to preserve the trees and the ditch. For not allowing my Didi to live there continually because the neighbors were molesting her stuff. I want to live there one day. I will, if I do, I will remove the gutters that they're put on the roofs because I like the rain falling down and leaving those grooves around the house. I've tried my best to get the city to dig the ditch back up. That used to be the flower line. I used to play in the ditch. I like to run up and down in the ditch and get the exercises when I was a kid. I want to buy another purple plum tree with 2 trees in one root. I want to buy a holly bush and have my dad and his friend Doug Jones plant it again like they did when I was 1 or 2. Doug's still alive when he's 80 years old, I think. I want to plant the maple tree that my mom used to love when I was 6 years old. Used to use the branches to switch me with when I was naughty. I want to buy another maple tree. I'm so angry. I gotta have this. I'd rather have this in the mansion in Beverly Hills. Screw you, God, for not giving letting Didi at least still live there. Screw you. You don't love me enough. Screw you. But if I have a choice, I could own all that and get back what I had as if by magic. Or if I had the choice, right now, I'd be in that 1410 Farmgate Road. I'd have everything that I had back then. The ditch, the plum tree, the maple tree, the holly bush, no gutters on the roof. But I had to look like this with my thinning hair.
I'd never be able to change it. Or I could, God would instantly make me a good-looking, hot, foxy hunk so that all the girls would be amazed at how good-looking I am, whether they're 2 years old or 82, especially if they're college age. I had the longer forms, looking in my 20s, guess which one I'd choose? The good looks, the longer arm forms, and look young. Because once upon a time, I had this house at 1410 Farmgate Road on my four-dimensional timeline of existence from my conception to who I will be forever and ever and ever. I never had the good looks. I never had the long forearms. I was young looking one time, but I never was young looking but I have at the same time as being good looking and having the long forearms. Why can't I just have it all? Get my rewards down here, get no rewards in heaven. Just as long as I get there.